Hi Libra, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading. So, basically this is your how does he or she feel about me reading. Now pardon me that I'm having to record this on Movie Maker. I hope you guys can see everything clearly. I've got my ring light on so you can see the cards. The thing is, I usually use a program called Mavavi, and oh my god, I've just been having such issues with it, pointless. So I reverted to using my actual proper big camera, my camcorder, but that takes too long to render the videos and then upload them because they're bigger files, they go into gigabytes. So I thought, you know what, let me just do it via Movie Maker. At least you'll be able to hear me clearly, because Gemini's reading, I had to take that Gemini reading down for how does he or she feel about me, because it was just, the recording was just terrible. It just fucked up, and you know, it was just horrible. I'll record Gemini again. Anyone here who's got maybe Gemini rising or Gemini moon, apologise if you saw the video and you thought, where the hell's that gone to? I had to take it down. The sound just wasn't good enough and I couldn't leave it up on YouTube. I'm going to use the same cards, obviously, that were recorded for that and record it again, so you'll see that. But in the meantime, yeah, this is the how does he or she feel about me reading. I love doing this reading. It's so nuanced. And I just want to say, for anyone that wants to moan about reversals, stop it. I'm not saying you're going to do that, Libra, but on other particular readings, people moan about reversals. Don't moan about reversals. Trust me, I have reversals in my cards all the time, and I'll read for clients, and if there's loads of reversals in there, that client's reading can turn up and show up every single one of those cards in the upright. Don't be afraid of reversals. Reversals are important as far as I'm concerned in reading, because it shows the depth and it shows the light and shade of a person, the nuances of an individual, the nuances of a situation. You can't be afraid of reversals. It's just not right. If reversals don't show up, then they're not meant to be there. It says you've got a real hold on the situation. If they're there, it might be that there's a long way to go, or there's something that needs to be learnt from the situation. So for this reading, guys, you'll have seen this before anyway. This is the Witch's Tarot we're using for this. Love this, by Ellen Dugan. We're using the clarifiers, the tarot to go, Hanson Roberts. I got this for $5.99 on Amazon. Pretty nifty pack of cards, very nice. And your advice cards are the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue, and also the Angel Answers by Doreen Virtue. It's a 10-area reading focusing on what your ex feels, not your ex, sorry, it could be your ex, but what I want you to do, Libra, is I want you to think about the person that you have feelings for, or that you're thinking of. Maybe you just want to know how they're feeling about you now, but I want you to focus on that person as I shuffle the cards, okay? And what we focus on is how they feel about you, how you feel about them, who they are as a person, what's the potential for a healthy relationship, the strengths, the weaknesses, the overall analysis, and the final card talks about what are the main blockages to you guys having a healthy relationship. For some people, these things can be worked through, for some people not. So without further ado, we're going to move some of these cards. And the good thing with recording on Movie Maker is you get to upload everything instantaneously, which is what I need right now, rather than this stupid kind of Mavavi nonsense that I've spent about a good 200 quid in their stuff, and it's rubbish. Let's put this to the side here as well, and let's have a look. So we're going to shuffle, and I want you to close your eyes, Libra, and I want you to have in your mind the person that you want to know about. So just think about who that person is. Universe, Spirit, how does this person that Libra is thinking about feel about them? How does the person that Libra is thinking about feel about them? Show me. I want to see, who is this person in their life now, in card position number 1. What are their attributes? So what are the positive things about this person in position 2? In position 3, show me what their flaws are. In position 4, show me what the how they see Libra and how they feel about Libra. In position 5, how does Libra see them and how does Libra feel about them? In position 6, what are the strengths in the relationship between Libra and this individual? In position 7, what are the weaknesses in the relationship between Libra and this person? In position 8, what is the potential for a healthy relationship between Libra and this person? In position 9, what is the overall analysis you have of this relationship for Libra and this person? And in position 10, what are the major roadblocks preventing a healthy relationship between Libra and this person, and can they be worked through? Show me. Alright, we've shuffled the deck. We're going to split it into 3 like so. Okay, now this particular, reading does have reversals, okay? I always use reversals I think it's important because if you get all uprights, even if you've got reversals in the deck, it really does show, well, you've got nothing to worry about some of the time, or it shows things are really clear, or it shows, this is the state of what it is. Literally, there's nothing that can be worked on, that's it. It really is important. So what I do, I've shuffled, and now if I were to deal the cards out this way, I'd be seeing the cards. You wouldn't be seeing the cards in the upright, I would. So I have to turn around this way so you guys get to see the cards while I've shuffled. So this is who the person is. This is their strengths as a person, their positive aspects, or their strengths or attributes. And this is their weakness. This area here, let's move this a little bit over here. I was always worried with Movie Maker, would there be problems with you guys seeing the cards, seeing everything on screen, but I think it should be okay. This is how you see and feel about them. This area here is the strengths in your relationship. This is the weakness, okay, in the relationship. There we go. And this is the potential for a healthy relationship. This is the overall analysis, and this is the roadblocks to you having a healthy relationship with this individual. And we'll then start doing the clarifiers afterwards. So we're going to just move everything just a little bit more central so everything is on screen. So when we pull the clarifiers out, you get to see everything as well. Okay? So right now, who is this person? Right, they're showing us the Eight of Cups. So they're either showing us being on a break, or they're showing us having walked away. Because the Eight of Cups is a card that says, I'm leaving behind something that no longer serves me. Now you can see on the Witch's Tarot, all of the 8 cups are stacked evenly. Alright, so this person seems to be done with the situation, Libra. So for some of you guys, and remember it's a general reading, so for some of you it won't even resonate, and for some of you it will. It's just the way that general readings work. So this person is showing us having walked away. Now they're either, as I said, on a break, because it is a pit card, so sometimes this person might be just taking that little bit of time out to collect their thoughts, to get their ideas together, and then sometimes they do end up returning. But the Eight of Cups essentially is when somebody's walked away. And to be honest with you, a lot of the time when I've seen this card to do with clients, often the person has literally gone. They're showing, the Eight of Cups is also a card that indicates emotional distance. So it might be either that they've walked away, or because it's an emotional card, it's a feelings card, cups of feelings, it might be, and they're away from the 8 cups, it might be that their feelings are distant. And sometimes 8 of cups can show lots of things. Somebody asks, is my partner cheating on me, and you get the immediate future, the 8 of cups. This person's probably doing something in the still of the night. They're probably, doing a little bit of, creeping around in this can show somebody doing something in the still of the night. So I'm not saying that that's the case. I'm just saying that I feel that this person may have walked away, or this person might be emotionally distant. They might not be present emotionally or physically in terms of you at the moment, Libra, because this person's focus is on other things. When you get an 8 of cups, this person is focusing on better things, or they're focusing on improvements, making improvements. What is their attributes as a person? Their attributes are the 7 of cups. So the 7 of cups as an attribute is the ability to look at different things. It's, you don't streamline yourself with the 7 of cups. With the 7 of cups, you're open to the possibilities, because that's what the 7 of cups is. It references lots and lots of choices. If it was as a flaw, this person might be confused, or they might be somebody who can't make their mind up. This might be somebody who is forever trying to make choices and never settles on the one, but it's their strength. So as a strength as a 7 of cups individual, Libra, this person looks like they are always keeping their possibilities open. They never kind of keep themselves rooted to one thing. They are looking at potentially, and they're able to look at things from all sorts of directions as well, I feel, with the 7 of cups. But mainly I think that this person tends to keep their options open. And maybe that's why they're either on a break, could be emotionally distant, or they've walked away. What are their flaws? The Temperance. Okay, that's interesting. Now, this is the thing with tarot, you see. When you do tarot, and certainly what I've found as a tarot reader, is that you've got to be able to look into the nuance of these cards. They're not straightforward, they're not cut and dried. Temperance, just because it comes up as being a positive card, i.e. balance, equilibrium, being able to go with the flow, manage opposing forces until you come to the ideal combination, all of those good words. This can also be a negative card, because it can either show somebody who meddles in other people's affairs, or it can show that somebody can't make their mind up, or somebody's always trying to create something, but it's everything's always out of sync, and it doesn't have to be reversed, because remember it's showing in their flawed position. So in terms of their flaws as temperance, maybe this person's always, and it would show here that their attributes are that their strengths are is their ability to kind of look, not look at one thing and say, well, that is that. There's got to, I think if they do face difficulties or problems, they're always able to find another way out of it, because they're always saying, well, the world is filled with possibilities. There's lots of possibilities that I can look at here, and that is one of their core strengths, this individual that you're thinking about, Libra, for some of you guys, because they don't keep one thing. They don't settle for one thing. They look at many things. I think that this is a very kind of open individual. I think that they're mentally and emotionally quite open, and there might even be a sense of optimism with this individual, because they're not settling for the one thing. They tend to be able to look at many different things, maybe many different ways. Seven of Cups can also mean the ability to put, or trying to put things in order. Usually I see the reversed card of being more putting things into order, because you streamline a choice, or you make a choice, or you see things clearly. But I just think that as an attribute, this person's able to look at many things and make decisions on that type, on that premise. Also, this person's not afraid to try and put things in order. But I do feel, but I don't think that they do put things in order. That's the thing, only because temperance is their flaw. And temperance as a flaw is, well, I'm always trying to make something work. I'm always trying to bring balance. I'm never, this person, to me, it looks like their flaws might be perfection, that they're always trying to achieve perfection. Maybe that's why they're showing us the Seven of Cups as an attribute, because I think that this person is constantly on a search. I think that they're always leaving their options open, and I think it's because the temperance energy is their flaw. I think that they're always trying to achieve some form of perfection, because really, ideally, temperance is about achieving perfection. It's about achieving balance, and it's about achieving some form of stability within one's life. And I think that their flaw might be with this temperance energy. It could be that they're always trying to decide. They could be quite indecisive. It's funny because you've got two indecisive cards, yet one shows as their attribute. As an attribute, I feel it's their ability to keep their options open and to look at the wider scheme of things. And I think that their flaw are that they're always kind of indecisive with that temperance energy, and they might always be trying to achieve some form of perfection here, which is why they are the Eight of Cups, always looking for something else. I get the impression that this person's always looking in the distance. They're always looking for something else. They're always looking for something better. They're always looking to improve things, and they can never. I get the impression when I look at all the three cards, this person cannot stay still. I don't think that this person can stand still when I look at the cards. I really don't. You just got too much going on. You've got the hands going there with temperance. You've got the walking away with the Eight of Cups. And you've got this person going, which one? So this person looks like a pretty restless individual when I look at the cards here. They're all sort of restless cards. How do they see you, and how do they feel about you? Jeez, I see you as. Can you see the similarities between Temperance and the Two of Cups? How this person seems to be juggling. They see you as the Two of Pentacles. They might see you as somebody who's juggling, somebody who's weighing things up. They might see you as a player, Libra, because Two of Pentacles shows somebody who is trying to juggle. In love, this can be somebody who's trying to juggle two relationships. In love, this can be somebody who's really busy. So this could be somebody who's got their work and they've also got their home life. This is somebody who is very dedicated to their children, but also they've got a new boyfriend and they're trying to make both things work. So they see you really as being the juggler. Somebody, whether it's two relationships, whether it's your work, whether it's, Two of Pentacles in love readings is often, we need to try and make, where are our diaries? How can we fit things in? We need to try and make time for each other. So they might see you as somebody who's really busy, somebody who's always juggling things, somebody who's got, juggling many things, got many things in the air. How do they feel about you? I think because of that, they feel 50-50, because the Two of Pentacles in terms of feelings is unstable. So somebody might feel 50-50 about you when you've got the Two of Pentacles in terms of feelings, because they're kind of like, yeah, I'm kind of like this, but then I'm kind of like that. Maybe not. Is the Two of Pentacles? I think it's because they see you as either somebody who's juggling them and somebody else, or somebody who's just got a lot on their plate. They might feel 50-50 about you. And how do you see them and feel about them? Well, you see them as the hanged man. So when you see somebody as the hanged man, you see them either as being lazy, or somebody who's got their hands tied, or somebody who's... And I think that you would see them as the hanged man because their flaws are this. I mean, what a mess so far. This situation looks like a bit of a mess. There's a lot of... And I could see why you'd see them as the hanged man, Libra, because if you see somebody as the hanged man, you see them as not making any changes or any moves. They're kind of staccato. They sit in limbo. So you see this person maybe as holding back a little bit here. You might see this person as somebody who feels a little bit sorry for themselves, because this is the martyr card as well. This is the person that says, you know, well, I'll sacrifice whatever because I've got to sacrifice. This is kind of like, you know, the Jesus on the cross, but it's in the upside down, unfortunately. So I think that you see them as somebody who's either very resistant to movement, somebody who, because it's not in the reverse to suggest that this person won't surrender, or they, you know, they're very reticent to move. But the hangman can still see that it shows somebody who sits on the fence. So you might see them as somebody who sits on the fence. You might see them as having their hands tied. You might also see with the hanged man that they don't seem to make that much of an effort, because the hanged man can show somebody who's quite lazy as well. How do you feel about them? I think for those reasons you feel kind of like a little bit in limbo. You might be feeling that you're held in a bit of suspension here, and I think it's because this person sees you as the Two of Pentacles. They see you as either somebody who's juggling a couple of relationships, or they see you as somebody who's got too much on. It might be that you've got children, Libra, and you're trying to juggle them in a relationship at the same time. You've just got a lot of things on, and it's almost like they see you as somebody who can't 100% make up their mind, and somebody who's trying to make things work, streamline things, but it's difficult. And their flaws are this: temperance. They want perfection, perhaps with the temperance card. They're always trying to make things perfect, or make things work, or make things whatever they are. But I think with the temperance energy, they're kind of indecisive themselves. What is the strength in this relationship? Well, the Tower is the strength in this relationship. So the Tower, the truth is the Tower. It is the very rockiness, I feel, of this relationship that is its strength, because I think that what I'm looking at here, Libra, are two people who are very dramatic in a way, and the Tower represents instability in relationships, and it represents arguments, and it represents passion, and it represents, you know, when nothing is running smooth, and when, you know, there are blow-ups, and there's major kind of chaotic energy in a love reading. In a love reading, this can be where people break up, for example. This can also, remember that these cards aren't always about the external, they're also about the internal. So the Tower can talk about massive arguments occurring. They can represent epiphanies, realizations. They can represent sex. So maybe the strength is sex in this relationship, because this is the ejaculation card as well. So maybe you have groundbreaking sex with this individual with the Tower. It could also be with the Tower that, you know, because you've got two people falling from the Tower here, so it might be that the strength is that really you guys don't really know where you're going, because everything seems to be in free fall, and maybe that's partially the excitement of the situation. What is the flaws in this relationship? The Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups as a flaw is about the propensity to want to follow that idealistic notion of love. It might be that the weakness is children as well, especially if you're doing any juggling here. It might be that, and this person that you're thinking about, Libra, is kind of a little bit kind of undecided with the temperance energy, or their flaws are they're always trying to achieve perfection. It might be something to do with kids, the Page of Cups. But the Page of Cups is also a card that says, you know, I have a fantasy for love, but this could be something childish. There could be, the fantasy is the problem. Not being realistic is the problem with the Page of Cups energy, because the fantasy with the weakness with the Page of Cups could also be something to do with the communication in the relationship. But this is the fantasy card of the Tarot in a way. This is the dreamer card. All cups in a way represent dreamers, but this can be childish energy. Page of Cups can be. It can be something to do with communication, Libra. It can be something to do with children. It can be to do with the fantasy of having the perfect relationship, and that might be the actual weakness here, because your strength is the Tower, and the Tower is also, I think, as a strength, the ability to be real and the ability to be honest and to come out with stuff. No holds barred is the Tower, but the weakness seems to be this Page, and we'll see why in a moment. What is the potential for you guys to have a healthy relationship? Well, the High Priest, there is every potential, because it recognises commitment, and it represents when you get High Priestesses. Well, High Priest, this is the Hierophant in the Rider-Waite Tarot. When you get the High Priest in a reading, when it comes to love, this speaks about commitment, and it speaks about union, and it speaks about having a proper, united, official relationship. So the potential for a healthy relationship with this high priest, I feel that if both of you are in tandem with what your beliefs are in terms of what you want going forward with this relationship, I think it could be a very good committed relationship. But it's a belief system, is the high priest. I mean, it would be very easy just to speak about, well, yeah, there's a commitment here. So the strength, the potential to have a healthy relationship is all based on how committed are you both to what your beliefs are. How committed are you both to this? What is the overall analysis of this relationship? Well, it's good. Well, no, karma in the reverse is not good, to be honest, because it's reversed. So the judgment card in the reverse, the overall analysis is often there is, when you get judgment reversed, there's, if you're not with this person, then overall analysis might be that there's no second chances in this relationship. Judgment reversed means I don't give something a second chance. It's not going to be resurrected. I think if you are kind of seeing this person, there's no changes coming in here. I think either way that we want to look at this card, Libra, it's not very good as the overall analysis, because judgment in the reverse either means that there is a bad error of judgment, a reluctance to face up to the honest truth of a matter, and no renewal, no change, no new phase. What is the obstacle standing in your way of having a healthy relationship? The Nine of Coins. Somebody might want to be, is either too independent within this relationship with the Nine of Coins. Might be for some of you guys, if you're single parents with the Nine of Coins and you're juggling here and a child is the weakness in the relationship or the problem within a relationship, it might be that. For some of you guys, this Nine of Coins is simply that somebody enjoys too much kind of having their own space and doing their own thing, which might be why this person sees you as this and this person that you like is this. Let's get some clarifiers on the go. Very interesting readings so far. So let's have a look. So, just going to use these smaller Handsome Roberts decks, which I really, really like. So, why is this person that Libra is thinking about the Eight of Cups in 2 cards? Why is the person that Libra is thinking about the Eight of Cups in 2 cards? That Seven of Cups has come up again. Can you see that? It's come up again. So, this person has options. Okay, so I think that this person's options have brought in a change. So I think that this person had options, and I think it brought in some form of fortune or change into their life. I think because the Seven of Cups is all about having options, or this person looking at options has brought in a change. I think that this person had other options. They had other potential with that Seven of Cups, and I think that with this potential, it brought in some form of a lucky change for this individual showing up here. Okay. There might have been a change, for example, in where they were living. There might have been a change in terms of their living, because the Nine of Coins is all about living quarters. This is about where you live. This is about your property. So there might be a change in terms of, and Nine of Pentacles can be the keys to a house, you see, or keys to an apartment. So it might be something to do with work. It might be that they moved somewhere else, for example. But there's changes. The Wheel of Fortune is all to do with changes, you see. And those changes have brought in the Nine of Coins. So this could be abundance as well. So this person possibly has walked away, or they're at a distance from you, because it might be that there were some options around them, and that led to a fortunate change of circumstances, in which it might be with the Nine of Coins this person chose to be on their own. It might be that this fortune brought in great gain, great financial gain for this individual with the Nine of Coins. It might be that there was something about a change of property as well going on here. Why is this person's attributes the Seven of Cups? Why is this person's attributes the Seven of Cups? Show me. Because Three of Cups. Okay, so from a Three of Cups, this person walked away. Okay. So I think that this isn't a group. I think that this, because we can often read Three of Cups as being a soulmate card. So I think from a soulmate connection with you, this person, we've got another. See, Seven of Cups was here and it showed up here. Eight of Cups is here and it showed up here as a clarifier. I think from your relationship, and it might be that there were children involved, because Three of Cups can be like mum, dad, child. This person walked away, or it could be that you know. it could be a third party as well. Three of Cups can be third party. This person walked away. It might be their attributes are with the Seven of Cups that they say, you know what, I don't actually, it looks to me this person feels that they don't, this person actually looks like a really lucky person. They look really, really lucky to me. Really lucky. Because in their attributes, they've looked at this. They're the Seven of Cups person. Their attributes, their strengths are the Seven of Cups. Their ability to look at different potential, different options. They're not afraid to widen their horizons. And I think that this person has with that Seven of Cups. I think that they've widened their horizons. I think they've expanded their horizons. I think their strengths are being able to communicate with lots of different people. I also feel with the Seven of Cups, their strengths are in their fantasy, with their ideals, with their dreams. They've got a lot of dreams with this individual has. This person doesn't feel that, this person doesn't stick with what they don't want. Okay, because the world seems to be this person's oyster. They seem very lucky. They might have had different options here with the Seven of Cups, and that because the Three of Cups and the Eight of Cups. The reason that they're this is because they walked away either from a third party situation, family situation, maybe you and children, soulmate connection with the Three of Cups. Maybe there was an agreement, because the Three of Cups is all about agreements as well, and the Eight of Cups would suggest that that agreement was broken because they walked away from it. So it could be because an agreement that you had with this individual they walked away from, and that's why their strengths are the Seven of Cups. This person has the potential to look at things in a really positive way. If this person looks to me like they would say, well, if I don't want it, I don't have to stay in it. There's other options out there. If I don't, that we did have an agreement, but I'm going to break it by walking away with the Eight of Cups because there are other options out there. Lots of other options out there. Why should I stick with it? There's lots of cup energy here, lots of emotional energy here. So it almost feels to me, because when you get cups, a lot of cups in a reading in a particular spread area, it talks about that this is to do with feelings. Okay, so I feel that as an attribute, they are very open with that Seven of Cups. I think that they're emotionally wise, because it's an attribute, they're very open emotionally wise with the Seven of Cups to different options. And I feel that because Three of Cups, yes, these are feelings, but why would they walk away from something that was so good with the Three of Cups? It must be for me that an agreement was broken, third party situation they walked away from, maybe. Could be you, somebody else, and they thought, fuck this, I'm not doing any of this, I'm going to look for something else with the Seven of Cups energy. It looks to me this person has, their strengths are they are highly optimistic as an individual, because they are the Eight of Cups. They walked away. Why do they walk away? Because other options have presented. It's presented something very fortunate to them, and this, whatever it's presented to them that's quite fortunate, it might have brought a great deal of gain to them with that Nine of Coins energy, whether this is financial gain, whether this is moving property, or whether this is just feeling good about themselves. And it might be that whatever options were presented to them brought in with that Wheel of Fortune a great deal of positive changes in which they could finally just decide to focus on themselves, maybe with the Nine of Coins energy as well. Why are their flaws the Temperance energy? Why is this person's flaws the Temperance energy? In two cards, why is this person's flaws the Temperance energy? Show me. The Six of Wands. So this is all about victory and success and recognition. Okay. So I think that victory and success has brought new opportunities to this person. And I also feel that with the Six of Rods, this person, I get the impression that this person's really handsome, really beautiful, pretty, handsome, male, female, obviously, pretty, handsome. I get the impression that this person gets a lot of attention, and I think that this person here, it's because of the Six of Rods. This person knows that they can, their fall is facing towards that Six of Rods. So they're approaching new things. They are this. Their flaws are they're always kind of indecisive, okay, because I think that they recognise with this Six of Rods, or I think it's because their recognition as an individual is always presenting new opportunities. So I think it's their face, I think it's their beauty, I think it's their handsomeness, I think it's their charisma, I think it's their confidence. It's always allowing, it's always the opening the doors. Fall is about opening the doors to new opportunity. So I think it's that the way that they present themselves, I think they're beautiful, they're probably really good looking, they've probably got really, they seem to be able to amalgamate themselves into various different scenarios with different people. People like them, people get on with them, they put a face out to the world, they've got a smile, they've got a glint in the eye, and I think it opens the doors to them with that full energy. I think that this person knows how to get what they want, which is why their flaws are this. This is why they're this. They know that this person feels to me like they know they don't have to be stuck where they don't want to go, because they know, you know, the opportunity for Four of Rods, happiness, joy, meeting, socialising with people, you know. This person knows it's that they are the Six of Rods. They're the good-looking, charismatic, confident, driven, ambitious, highly sought-after individual. And I think it's their looks, their beauty, their confidence that opens the door to building other relationships, to building the door to socializing with others, getting to know with others, opens the door to meeting other people. Four of Wands is also a card about meeting people, socializing, forming new relationships. It's opened the door to lots of success with the Four of Rods energy, okay? And I think that this person is that, all right? I think that this person is that. So I think that this is why this person's always indecisive as a flaw. They're always kind of like, ugh. And also with Temperance, I think this person, their flaw is always trying to achieve perfection, okay? And I think it's because the Six of Rods can also be a card about pursuing, and I think it's always that they're pursuing opportunities to have that perfection. Four of Rods is about the perfect relationship or the start of a successful venture. So I think they're always pursuing opportunities that could lead to perhaps successful ventures, marriage, long-term relationships. This person is classically a narcissist. I think I'm looking at here, if I'm being honest with you, Libra. I think I'm looking at a narcissist when I look at the reading, because they look like they're the type of person that would say, but I could do better, couldn't I? But I could do better. So it almost looks like their flaws are with this Temperance card, that they're always trying to, in here, I think that they're always trying to achieve perfection. I think that they're never satisfied with the Temperance energy and always trying to achieve perfection. Because I think, number one, their looks bring in opportunities for this with the Four of Wands, to start building new relationships with that Four of Wands. And I think also they're always pursuing new opportunities for success with the Four of Wands, for marriage, for new relationships, whatever it is. And I think it's because as an attribute, this person knows that they've got lots and lots of options with the Seven of Cups, which is why they either broke an agreement with you or they walked away from a family situation. Could be third party, but I think that they're more than anything, they've walked away from something that was agreed, something, maybe a soulmate relationship they walked away from, because they said to themselves, you know, as a character, I'm walking away because all these options I've got are presenting me with positive changes in which I can possibly just focus on doing what I want with the Nine of Coins energy. You can be a Nine of Coins and have lots of sex and still remain single or whatever. So this person knows that their world is their oyster and they don't have to stick around with something if they don't want to stick around with it. Why do they see you as the Two of Coins? Why does this person that Libra is thinking about see them as the Two of Coins? Why does this person that Libra is thinking about see them as the Two of Coins? Show me. Three of Swords talks about heartbreak, arguments, severance, okay, and justice. So it might be that they see you as somebody who is juggling. The Three of Swords is all about, can be third-party situations. But the Justice card is here, and Justice is all about making decisions. Maybe they see you as juggling because two people, perhaps you're juggling two people here. Third party, maybe you need to make a decision between three people. But you are Justice, actually, and Three of Swords, these are both you. Because Three of Swords is a is it Libra? Yeah, Three of Swords is a Libra card, and Justice is Libra as well. Okay, so it might be that, you know, they might see you as somebody who is trying to make your mind up, because the Three of Swords is also about heartbreak. If we do tarot, we read keywords together. So when you do tarot, you do it your way, and you read the keywords. So Three of Swords and Justice. Sometimes I think this can be a divorce energy showing here. This could be third-party situation in which somebody has to make a decision, or third-party situation in which somebody has accepted or concluded, or there's been a conclusion on the matter, for example. Or the Three of Swords is about arguments, hurt, pain, in which there is justice. Maybe there's finality here, or maybe a decision needs to be made around this. But they see you, I think they see you as somebody who's coping very well. You seem to be coping very well with the Two of Pentacles. I think this person sees you as the Two of Pentacles because you're trying to cope. You're trying to weigh something up here, I feel, with this Three of Swords and Justice energy. They feel the Two of Pentacles for you, okay? Because it might be that this They might feel 50-50 about you because this separation, the Three of Swords, may have indeed been your decision. Justice is a Libra card, so you would be the decision maker on the card. So maybe this separation in the relationship was Libra's decision with the Justice energy, and maybe that's why they feel 50-50 about you, because you actually made the decision to end something, for example, with this energy here. Why do you see them as the Hanged Man? Why does Libra see this person as the Hanged Man and feel the Hanged Man for them? Why does Libra see this person as a Hanged Man and feel the Hanged Man for them? Show me in 2 cards. Because the Star, and this is all about hope, faith and wishes. That's not you, is it? I think you see them as sitting on the fence, don't you? I think there's another person showing up here. This is either 2 people, an Aquarius, female, male, and Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, female. So it could be that you see them as sitting, especially if they're looking at other options, you might see this person as sitting on the fence because there's a couple of people around them. Or it might be you see them sitting on the fence because they're very hopeful and positive. They might have a very strong bond with that Star energy around. I think there's another person showing up here. That's why you're seeing them sitting on the fence. They've either got a really strong relationship with someone, they've either got a really strong or a really hopeful relationship with someone going on here, or it will be, could be a couple of people in Aquarius, could be an earth sign as well involved in the mix there. But you see them as holding back because there's other people or another person involved in the situation. Alright, it might be that they're very strongly linked with that Star. They might be communicating with this other person as well. Could be via text, over internet, which stars can show as well. Could be abroad, something like that. But you see them connecting with somebody else. That's the thing. Either with 1 or 2 people. That's why you feel the Hanged Man for them. You feel that you need to hold back, Libra, because they're doing this. And that might be why they see you as the 2 of Pentacles, being up and down about the situation. Could be a third party situation going on here, the 3 of Swords, that requires a decision with justice. Could be a divorce, a separation here that has been finalised, because justice is a legal card, so this would talk about a finalisation. Might be a separation here that's been finalised, and I might see you as the 2 of Pentacles up and down because a divorce has been finalised. It could be the 3 of Swords showing up here with this disappointment, regret, depression in relationship has brought justice, has brought the situation to a head, to an end, something like that. This person sees you as, I feel, being a little bit tortured here, and I get the impression when I'm reading this reading, Libra, that you're really hurt with this individual. I think that some of you are really hurt because this person seems to be looking at other people, or they're with somebody else. They're feeling very positive about someone else. Why is this the strength in this relationship, the Tower? Why is the strength in this relationship between Libra and this person, the Tower? Show me in 2 cards. 8 of Coins talks about hard work and effort has caused heartbreak and worry. I think the strengths are you guys not being around, not being a part of each other's lives with that Tower. The strength is not being together. The strength is in the breakup, and also the strength is in the realisation with this Tower energy showing here. Okay, that's where your strength is, that you guys aren't together, that now there is finally the realisation with that Tower. Because all of the hard work that's been put into this situation, Libra, has brought nothing but worry. Some of you guys would have found that you've got grey hairs through this situation. That, you've tried and you've tried and you've tried and you've tried, and it's just been so tiring and so exhausting. And I'm getting here because these are 2 very exhausting cards. Look at all the hard work this person's got to do into perfecting this relationship, and how much worry with the 9 of Swords this has brought, and it's led to death. So worry has led to an ending here, I feel. So all the hard work that you guys have put in to this situation has brought a great deal of worry, okay? And so much so that there had to be an ending with the Emperor. And the Emperor I would read as this, whoever this person is, male or female. Could be an Aries that we're looking at here. Could be an ending, the Death card, an ending to an Emperor. Or an ending to the relationship, to the family. The Emperor energy can show as building a relationship, strong walls, but an ending of stability here as well. Or an ending with this individual. There just seemed like there was so much work that was put into this, it was absolutely fucking exhausting. You had no choice but to end it. Okay, and I think this person feels that you do struggle with that 2 of Coins there. And they feel the 2 of Coins for you. They feel 50-50, up and down about you. Because this 3 of Swords showing here. Either third party situation required a decision with Libra, maybe separation. Three of Swords can be a separation card, has been finalised with the Justice energy showing there. Justice is a legal card. Justice talks about the finalisation of something, you know. Why is it that the flaws in this relationship are the Page of Cups? Why are the flaws in this relationship the Page of Cups? Why are the weaknesses in this relationship? Could be a child or the Page of Cups. Right, the Two of Cups here is all about love and commitment and connection. Well, I think that the weakness is that one of you is still in love, Page of Cups here, because I feel that with this Two of Cups, there was somebody withdrew from the Two of Cups, the Hermit card. See, the thing is, you can read the Hermit in a couple of ways. So the Hermit can still seek. Wherever it points its lamp, it's seeking it. So one of you might still be seeking a connection here. So the weakness in the relationship is one of you is possibly still in love. One of you is still dreaming of the other. Because it's either that one of you with that Hermit is seeking. Because hermits, when they look inward, they often seek. So if you get a hermit with, say, a Queen of Wands, somebody wants to find out about who somebody is. So it might be the weakness is somebody's still in love here. Because the hermit is seeking, it wants to, you know, it's seeking this, it's seeking the connection. The Hermit is also a spiritual card, so maybe there is, if there's still love here, there might still be a spiritual connection of some sort. But it could also be the weakness is that one of you fantasizes about this relationship with that Page of Cups, because from this relationship, from this connection, one of you withdrew with the Hermit energy showing up there, okay? Why is the potential for a healthy relationship the High Priest in 2 cards? Because the Chariot, okay. Well, I feel the potential for a healthy relationship, it's now not talking about the commitment of the relationship, it's talking about that you have to check in with your highest guidance system and look at the situation for what it really is with the Hierophant energy. Look at the reality of the situation. What does the inner voice of God say to you? Because the potential with this Hierophant, it's all about saying, well, look to the, especially, and I think it's playing off this area here where it's saying the weakness is this. Either because one of you still seeks this connection, or one of you is still very much spiritually driven. Okay, it might also be that because the weakness is this one, I'm sure that one of you at least is still very connected emotionally to this with the Page of Cups, and that's the weakness. And it could also be because from this relationship, one of you is kind of transformed, or one of you is withdrawn, and that's why one of you is still connected. But the thing is, I'm seeing 2 people withdrawn here. I'm seeing Libra's withdrawn, and I'm seeing the person's withdrawn, all because of this area here, in what you've done, Libra, and also what they've done here. But I think that they started it all off. That's the thing. And I think that you had no other choice but to fuck this over, personally. Okay? Because you see them as the Hangman, somebody who sits on the fence, somebody who doesn't do anything, because they've either still got somebody else on the go. Could be a couple of people, an Aquarius and an Earth sign individual, or it could simply be they've got hopes or aspirations for this individual, or they've got some form of a connection with this individual, or it might be that they are contacting this individual. Okay, speaking with this individual. And that's why I feel that, you know, this area here, where there is still love with this Page of Cups, which is the weakness, because, you know, they're still seeking this connection, I think, more than anything. I think one of you is still seeking this connection, but the potential for a healthy relationship is the Hierophant. And this is, you know, sometimes these cards will show up and it say, well, we're telling you why this needs to be looked at. The Hierophant is telling you to check in with your inner guidance, check in with your intuition on the situation, because perhaps trying to overcome obstacles is going to be a problem with the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords would show I don't want. It shows restrictions. So trying to overcome an obstacle within this situation might be a problem with the Eight of Swords. There might be restrictions with trying to overcome this obstacle within this relationship. Okay, because an abandonment in this relationship, or you guys being outside of each other's orbit, or the problems or the stress that happened, it might even be something financial within this relationship, caused a great deal of stress and tiredness. So I think trying to, you know, with this Chariot energy, I think that what it's saying is the potential for a healthy relationship would have to be that you'd have to have an absolutely strong commitment here, a really strong commitment for you guys to have. And I think this is what it's saying with the Hierophant. It has to be that you have an otherworldly commitment, a really strong commitment. You'd have to both have the same belief, because I think that one of you has a belief here and one of you doesn't, and I think that as a result of that, the potential for a healthy relationship, well, it would be that you'd both have to be on the same page, the Hierophant. You'd both have to have a belief that you want to be together, because I think that with this Chariot, trying to overcome obstacles is going to be difficult with the Eight of Swords, because I think that this poor relationship, this sick relationship, has caused a lot of tension, a lot of stress, and a lot of tiredness with the Seven of Coins. You can see how tired this person is. They've done everything that they can, and they're like, I can't do no more. The overall analysis of this relationship, Libra, is the Karma card in the reverse. And why is the overall analysis for this relationship between Libra and this person the Karma card in the reverse in 2 cards? Because the Empress and the Five of Wands. Okay, so the Empress can be a woman. Okay, this can be, and the Five of Wands is all about arguments and disputes. With a woman there are disputes. Okay, or in love, in this relationship, the Empress, there seems to be some form of disputes. Might be Empress and children, for example. But I think that within this relationship, this Empress energy, growth within this relationship is being blocked, because Empresses represent growing relationships. Marriage is the Empress as well. We've got an Empress sitting here as well. So within this marriage, there is a major blockage with the Five of Rods energy. Okay, that has put, with that Nine of Wands energy, a great deal of tension on the relationship, that has brought about the ending and finality with the Nine of Swords. So I feel that, you know, if you're looking at this person and they're not around, I think the overall analysis is, for some of you guys, it might be over, Libra, because karma in the reverse means no second chances. And I think it's either because some of you women, as the Empress here, you are in dispute with this person, or arguments, or there are great worries. So the Empress might be worrying with the Five of Rods that this tension that has built up with the Nine of Rods will just bring in problems, tension. It will finalise the ending of the relationship. Or it could be that growth, Empresses represent growth in relationships, prosperity, abundancy within the relationship. This can also be money matters as well, material situations. So it might be something to do with money matters, material situations. It might be a problem with pregnancy, or wanting to have become pregnant and have children. There seems to have been a dispute with the Empress, whether that's you guys as the Empress, whether that's the material comforts within the relationship, whether that's growth within the relationship, whether that's a relationship prospering in this relationship, whether it's shared love in the relationship. It was facing a great deal of dispute, so much so that there was so much tension that led to the ending here with the Ten of Swords. And the overall blockage to this relationship being healthy is the Nine of Coins. And why is the overall blockage to this relationship being the Nine of Coins in 2 cards? Eight of Cups is new love, or a receptivity to love. Has brought great burdens. So I think that this person wants to do what they want to do. Nine of Coins. I think that the major blockage is somebody here who wants to do what they want to do with that Nine of Coins. They don't want to be beholden to this relationship, because being open to love is bringing a great deal of burdens to this individual with the Ten of Rods. A great deal of burdens. A great deal of burdens. Now, I don't set out on readings to give negative readings at all. I never, it's to make, I flip the cards, put them out, and whatever comes out, comes out. Okay, so if your relationship is perfectly fine, then why bother with the reading? It's perfectly fine, then good. This reading is designed, I guess, for the way that it looks. And usually when I do these readings, I try and look between the lines, Libra, and say, well, is there anything here that can be salvaged? And sometimes you will find on some of the readings, it's like, yeah, this could be salvaged. It looks like it could be salvaged. But looking at this reading, it doesn't really look like anything could be salvaged with this situation. It just doesn't look like it. It just doesn't look like anything could be salvaged. Because, let's go through the reading again. You've got this person here who seems to have walked away. Eight of Cups. I think this person has walked away. And I think that the reason that they walked away is because they had other options that brought in a great positive change into their lives, where they could, and I think because we've got the Nine of Coins here, it is this person, I think it's where they could focus on themselves, they could do what they want. It gave them a chance to get out of whatever they were in with you and be able to, they might still have a girlfriend or a boyfriend with this card here, but in the main they were able to just focus on themselves and do what they wanted. And that's because their strengths is the propensity to look at consistently look at other options. They're never satisfied. They're never settled. They were never able to settle down. And that's because the Three of Cups. So it could be the soulmate union. Three of Cups, they didn't want it with the Eight of Cups. Could be the family situation, the family ideal. Mum and dad and daughter, mum and dad and son, boyfriend and daughter, girlfriend and girlfriend, you know, whatever type of family you you've got set up. It could be the three, you know, the Trinity, you know, the mum, dad, daughter, whatever the situation is, mum and dad and baby makes three, whatever. They didn't want that. Could be that because of this marriage or an engagement they didn't want with the Three of Cups energy. Might be that there was a third party situation at the time and they didn't want it, so they decided, they just thought, fuck this all off, I'm starting again, I'm wiping the slate clean. This person knows that they've got options, so they know they didn't have to stick with where they were, which is why they walked away, because other options gave them the lucky break that they needed to be able to focus on themselves and do what they wanted to do, because their flaws are the Temperance card, and I think that they're never satisfied. I think that this person's always looking to achieve perfection. Okay, even when it's staring them in the face, they're still looking to achieve perfection with that Temperance energy, because I think that this person might be really good looking, they might be really handsome, they might know they've got it all going on, and that opens the doors with that full energy into the echelons of, you know, different relationships, different people. This is the type of person that would go to Vienna or wherever and ingratiate themselves. This is possibly your typical playboy or playgirl. This could also be that they're always pursuing opportunities for happiness as well. So this person could never really settle down. They were always had an eye on something else, and I think that's why they see you as the Two of Coins. They see you as somebody who's always, this is either that they see you as somebody who is juggling relationships, perhaps yourself, it could be. Maybe there was a third party decision or a third party situation that you had to make a decision on. It might be that they see you with the Two of Pentacles as burdened, as having a lot of responsibilities because of this third party situation you had to make a decision on. Maybe there was a divorce with the Three of Swords that was finalised with the Justice card, for example, on this reading. You know, there's all sorts of ways we can do the combinations on the cards. They feel the Two of Coins for you as well. They feel unbalanced. They feel kind of 50-50. It might be because of a third-party situation. You decided, fuck this, that's it, with the Justice energy. You decided with that Justice energy showing there. Okay? It could be that, you know, again, finalisation of divorce. Three of Swords can show divorce and separations finalised. Okay? As you made a decision. So Three of Swords, so you might be that they're up and down about you because the Three of Swords, this third party situation or this separation, you guys have finalised this and you're working towards bettering yourself with the Queen of Wands, for example. Okay, so, you know, this could also be somebody around, I mean, you know, let's face it, Libra, this could be another individual as well showing here. We do have 2 threes and we have another queen. So this could be a third party situation. Okay. It might be that there was a third party situation. Okay. That you made a decision. It could be third party situation. You made a decision to work on yourself, to work on bettering yourself with the Queen of Wands, to improving your confidence. It might be that, you know, they feel the Two of Pentacles about you because they're up and down. And it might also be that they do feel 50-50 about you because through this difficulty, could be through this separation that was finalised with the Justice energy, or you made a decision to finalise or to separate from this individual and you've decided to work on bettering yourself, and maybe now they're kind of like, well, you know, it's a shame that this didn't work out. Look at Libra's looking amazing, it's looking great. It might be that there was a third party situation here. Three of Swords, the Libra card of Justice. You made a decision, you decided to shut this thing down because this person, the Three of Coins, was working on a Queen of Wands. Could have been working on a third person here, this Queen of Wands energy. We do have threes. Threes represent third party situation, and we do have a Queen in the mix, and we do have Libra in the mix as well. But you're the one that's putting the final kibosh on this because you've got the sword in your hand, because they've been working on another individual. So it might be they're 50-50 about you because you actually shut the bullshit down with the individual. Especially as I think that there has been. I think this individual does have lots of other options around them. You can just see it. There's so many option cards. Temperance is one. Seven of Cups is one. Seven of Cups here is another one. You know, they've got the Six of Wands here. This person, and also here. You guys see this person as the Hanged Man. Somebody who's always sitting on the fence. Somebody who doesn't make an effort. I think that this is either two people around this individual. Aquarius, female, male. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, female, male, or this could simply be, you know, another person, another two people, or this person's got a really special connection with the star card with another individual here. You can see potentially another individual here as well. This person looks like they had lots of people around them in this reading. A lot of people this person looks like they had around them. A lot. No wonder. And you feel the Hanged Man for them. You feel kind of like, you know what, I'm just going to bow out of this. I'm just going to, you know, you might also, for some of you guys, still be feeling in a state of suspension because this person's seeing somebody else. Maybe you're waiting for this person to finish with that person and come back to you. But the thing is, and I think that could be the case for some of you, because I think that your flaws are you are the one that is idealising this relationship with that Page of Cups, because I think that you're still seeking a connection. I think some of you guys are still seeking a connection, but also because this person withdrew from this connection as well. But the flaws of this, the Page of Cups, you're still idealising this situation. Some of you guys, it's because you feel alone in this connection, or you felt alone in this connection as well. Because the strengths in this relationship are that you're better apart, I feel, with the Tower energy. Because I think all of the hard work and effort you put in really did bring tiredness and exhaustion. So much so that it just had to end with this Emperor. It had to, male or female, it had to end. It was just so tiring. And yet some of you guys are still fantasizing with that Page of Cups. That's your weakness, because you're still seeking this connection with this person. Some of you guys think you've got a spiritual connection with it. But the universe is saying, well, you know, the potential for a healthy relationship, well, the Hierophant is the potential. What does your highest guidance system tell you? Is there a connection? It's asking you the question. And also, if you're going to have the potential for a healthy relationship, both of you have got to have that moralistic, firm grounding in the relationship. Because trying to overcome obstacles might be a little bit challenging with that Eight of Swords, okay? Because this relationship with the Five of Pentacles was toxic, and it was unhealthy, and it led to tiredness. So I don't think there's any potential for a healthy relationship. You've got to question whether your ideal, whether the way that you're thinking and feeling and viewing and fantasizing is reality, which I don't think for some of you it is. And the outcome shows, as karma is the analysis in the reverse. Some of you guys, I don't believe, are with this person. There will be no renewal for some of you guys. Karma reverse, there's no renewal, no second chances. Because I think that some of you as the Empress are really frustrated. Really angry. And I think that this anger led to real tension. And that tension then progressed to an ending with the Ten of Swords. For some of you guys, growth was stunted. It was stilted with the Five of Wands. Pregnancy might have been a problem in the relationship. Moving the relationship up a gear would have been a problem with that Five of Wands. And it led to such tension that things just ended with the Ten of Swords. And therefore, the final card, the obstacles to having a healthy relationship. Somebody, and I think it's this person here, the person you're thinking of, wants to be on their own. Because being in love, giving love with the Ace of Cups, which is a monogamous card really, to one person was just too much pressure. Opening their heart up was too much pressure with the Ten of Rods. You know, to me, guys, you look well rid of whoever this individual is, from what I can see in the reading. You just look well rid. Let's get some advice for you. Universe Spirit, what's the advice you can give to Libra on this reading? What is the advice that you can give to Libra on this reading? Show me. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So if any of you guys are going through a difficult time because of an individual, especially if you've gone through some form of a divorce due to a third party situation, just let your friends help you. Let your friends help you, okay? Because this card here, it can be that there was a third party. You've got a Queen of Wands here and 2 3s. And the Justice card as well. This can be a legal separation, for example. Because the Justice is legal and the 3 of Swords is separation. And this person sees you as the 2 of Pentacles, trying to keep things going. Because there might have been a legal separation here. In which 3 of Coins, you guys might be working towards, for example, bettering yourself, getting a better job, making more money, whatever it is. Could also be, yeah, 3 of Coins. Could have been within the working environment. There was another woman, for example. 3 of Coins is often a working card. And this could be another woman. We do have a 3 of Swords showing here. Okay. And that's why this person might feel 50-50 about you. But let your friends help you. Let your friends help you, okay? If you're going through any stress, some of you guys over an individual and this resonates with you, let your friends help you. And let's have a quick look at the angel answers. What is the advice from the angel answers for Libra on this reading? Forgive. I know it's hard for some of you guys on this reading, but try and learn to forgive, okay? Because it was probably their problem and not yours. Look at them, they look like they were playing around all over the bloody show. Yeah, just forgive. Okay, it will work wonders. That's your reading, my darlings. Take care. Remember, you've got your singles reading up as well, so take a butcher's at that. Love you loads. Take care. Bye-bye.